What's up, YouTube? We back with another video, man, and I just want to get my take on the Carmelo Anthony debacle. He definitely finna be found not guilty. But the DA, I feel like they did a terrible job. And then it just goes to show you, hey, man, first of all, self-defense come with a price here in America. And well, down south, we have these stand your ground, Texas, Florida, Georgia. We open constitutional, like we constitutional carry down here. So I'm in Georgia. So we constitutional carry, and a lot come with that. Even if it is self defense, even if you are defending yourself, man, you still have to go through the process. It's not just like boom, bam, thank you, ma'am. I know when people first get guns, cause you go through phases. So I know when you young, like you 21 and you get your first handgun, you like, yeah, I can't wait till a motherfucker. I wish a motherfucker would. And it's just different caveats to that. It's not as simple as I felt threatened, so I pulled out a gun, which is very lethal. That's like, even I'm a gun owner. I feel like a gun is a very last defense. Like I wouldn't want to pull out a gun on nobody who just want to fight me or somebody who just think they mad. Now at the same time, I'm not like scared anyway. You feel me? But at the end of the day, like I understand what this bullet can do to a human body. Like I understand everything that's gonna come behind that. So I really better feel like I need to pull out a gun and shoot this person, because you still gonna have to go through the process. You still gonna have to you're gonna get arrested, you're gonna go to jail, you're gonna get fingerprinted, you're gonna have to get bailed out. And what if you can't get bailed out? You're gonna lose your job. Like your job is not gonna wait. This is a that playing with guns, man. I'm telling you, a lot come with it. Like you better really feel as though it's okay, because they gonna damn near treat you like a criminal. Whether you kill the dude or just shoot him, they're gonna be like, you still gonna have to go through the same process, and you still gonna have to be tried. Tried and all that. Now, here's the thing with this Carmelo Anthony thing. This is weird, because I'm looking at this kid and I'm like, why does this kid have a knife? Now, hey, I'm gonna just do the DA. I feel like immediately the picture that could be painted. I don't even think the DA did it. They're terrible. Now I'm looking at it for pure sport. I'm not picking a side. Like I said, hey, I'm a college student, uh, Georgia State, and a prerequisite to getting into business school was we had to take a law class. So whatever. I understand how lawyers think on some level. Obviously, I'm not a lawyer, but I understand how they what they do on a very surface level more so than other people. Like, and it's really just a lot of reading and just interpretation and whatnot, and just try to be as objective as possible. And that's why they're gonna end up winning this. But the DA could have painted this like, cause even me, I'm like, why does this kid have a knife at school? It's not during school hours. And by the way, don't get all emotional. It's just exercise. Like think, like relax. All right, why do this kid have a knife at school? Like it's not during school hours, but it's like a school event, a track meet. So down here in the South, you can't bring a weapon to school. Even like friendly hunting states and shit, that rifle gonna have to stay in the truck. You can't bring a weapon to school, and that includes a knife, a pocket knife, a dinner knife, a BB gun, a real gun, anything like that. If them folks find that shit, they're gonna suspend you. Like, not suspend you, expel you. I'm sorry, because no, you get suspended for little stuff. You get expelled for stuff like that, and they're gonna send you to alternative school. They also might mess around and arrest you. They probably are gonna arrest you. You're gonna get arrested. You're gonna go to juvenile. Like your parents gonna have to pick you up. And it's gonna look bad. Like depending on what's going on, maybe like, but if you brought in on accident or something, it's like, oh, this is an accident. I didn't know, whatever, right? Maybe it is accident. Okay, cool, you come back. But bro, if they find a gun in your bag or a knife, they like, bro, why you got this? Because it's about intent. So immediately when I hear this dude has a knife, Carmelo, I'm like, why does he have a knife? Like, why does he feel like he need to have a knife? Like, think about it. As a 16-year-old, though, you know what I'm saying? Or a 16-year-old, it's like, why do you feel like you need to walk around with a knife? Two reasons. For a 16-year-old, you probably just like, yeah, it's a pocket knife. It's cool. Okay. Yeah, I want to show. But it's like, but why? So one reason is it's a pocket knife. It's cool. And another reason is you feel like you had to defend yourself. Is it possible that Carmelo have ops? And when I say ops, I just mean like, is it possible maybe he live in an environment that's not, maybe he feels like I gotta protect myself, so I'm gonna have this pocket knife, or he feel like, oh, it's a cool pocket knife. See what I'm saying? Why do you have a pocket knife? And immediately I'm like, okay, does he have a history of getting into altercations with people? Because in this altercation with this big old white dude, and race don't matter, but in this altercation with this dude, Buddy did not stir that down. He did not de-escalate at all. Like, he's one of them. Um, and that don't I don't that now that strike me as odd too, because that's interesting. Because I myself, I mean, shit, I'm a fighter. I'm known to, but I de-escalate all the time. Ain't that crazy? This the ironic part is I don't do no back and forth. I don't do no yelling, right? Cause if you know what you capable of, I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not finna yell at you. Like, I ain't finna do that. But I know, and this is why I know he's coming from. But the problem where he messed up is you didn't have to say it. In the transcript, he said, yeah, as long as you don't touch me, you good. That's something common that people say, particularly black people. You hear that a lot. I mean, it's just like, hey, man, look, you doing all that, but as long as you don't touch me, you good. That's something common. He said it, and you know, I guess Buddy. I don't even think Buddy touched him. Like, did he touch him? Anyway, bro. The point is, bro, he is gonna be found not guilty. But it's like the DA, and like I said, the DA immediately. I'm pretty sure they was like, oh, he got a knife, and he carried the knife in a bag at school. That's premeditated, and then you use the knife and murder somebody. Oh, that's premeditated murder. But you can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm just showing y'all how lawyers try to paint a narrative for each side. So for the DA, but the problem with that is he didn't know that he was gonna get into that altercation. But he knew he was gonna get into some altercation alone somewhere. He knew he was gonna get into some altercation, and he knew that he was willing to defend himself with a knife, which is why he was so like aggressive with this dude. Cause I don't think if he didn't have that knife, I don't think he would have been aggressive. I don't think he would have been aggressive at all. And everybody talking about the height difference. I mean, it's only a 3 inch height difference. But if Carmelo was 5'9" and the dude was 6 foot, but the dude is way bigger. So I do get that. I'm not even finna sit here and cap and be like, oh yeah, nah, hell nah. I ain't trying to do that neither, my boy. I ain't trying to fight. But even in those situations, I'm just like, it's obvious. You gotta just be cool, bro. Like, nigga, you just doing all this because you way bigger than me. Everybody see that you way bigger, bro. You see what I'm saying? So everybody, boom, that would have de-escalated the whole thing. Like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. You just doing that shit because you bigger. You say that shit, everybody like, damn, he is just doing that shit because he bigger. That's lame. And that would have just de-escalated everything. But because he had a weapon on him, I'm feeling that gave him an extra courage. That's what I think. Because nobody, and like I said, even myself, I'm a rowdy. I'm 5'8". They say small dudes have something to prove or whatever. I don't think it's that. But niggas just ain't going. You know, it don't, because there's plenty of big dudes that's soft. Niggas just ain't going. Like, but I mean, in that situation, it's like, if I don't think if he didn't have that knife, he wouldn't have escalated that at all. Like, just objectively, he would not have escalated that. Because if he was like that, if Carmelo was really like that, he wouldn't have pulled out a knife. He would have been like, hey, as long as you don't touch me, you good. As soon as the big dude stood up in his face, he would have just stole off on him. That means punch him. He would have punched him in his mouth. Boo! And took whatever came with it. He wasn't living like that. Because if he was living like that, he would have just did that. And then he would have just got beat up or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? He would have just took it if he was really like, nah. But see, that's why I know he wasn't really like that. But because he had the knife on him, he like, oh, I'm finna use this. And he was actually stupid enough to use the knife. Goes back to what I was talking to in the earlier part of the video. Self-defense is real, but you have to, you can't be emotional with your self-defense, bro. Because it is going to be some pressure behind that. And though in this case, everybody's saying he's not guilty. I don't think he's guilty, but what if they say he is guilty? You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't leave it up to witnesses and statements and da-da-da. The only reason it's looking good for little bro is because he got parents that's supporting him. You feel me? He got parents that this happened and they got money. Man, listen, if this little boy didn't have no money, if his parents didn't have no money, he would be fucked. Off top, he would have been in jail this whole time. Everybody would have forgot about him. He would have got washed in the system. Fucked. He would have got a public prosecutor. Public lawyer. Fucked. He would have been fucked. 100%. But anyway, he got the money for it, and that's another thing too. If you had the money for this type of shit, we talking about putting up assets for bond. We talking about paying a lawyer for their time, because that's what you paying a lawyer for. You paying a lawyer to go through and do all this extra stuff, because most lawyers are not gonna do that. They get paid to do that. So, it's a lot of things here to unpack, but that's just what it comes down to, man. Guns having like, and I just feel like he was very young. I feel like he had a lot going on. Cause I've been there before, and it's nothing more dangerous than a teenager with a weapon. Cause they will use that shit. Why you think most teams, the higher risk people to go to jail are between the ages of 18 and 25 for young man? Why you think that is? I remember being the age. Shit, I'm only 30. I remember just feeling like you don't understand how long life is at that time. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like if you call yourself gang banging or call yourself doing whatever, and you a 17-year-old with a gun, and you see another 18-year-old with a gun, and y'all like ops, and y'all just want to shoot at each other and stuff, you're not thinking, you just having fun, like you just doing it, but you're not understanding what's gonna come behind that. You never do, and you don't understand how long life is. In this situation, a wiser Carmelo would not have pulled out a knife and did anything. A wiser Carmelo would have walked away. Like that's like, bro, don't do that. Why you want to sit with these lame ass white kids? You feel me? Fuck them. They ain't no shit. Anyway, you feel me? Like you could have just been like, all right, bro, all right, Eddie, the dude who invited him, hey, all right, bro, I'm out, bro. Like, buddy, tripping, and just go ahead on. All that would have been avoided. Your life would have been the same. I think the knife had a lot to do with it, and I think again, why are you walking around with a knife? That's weird. I mean, to me as a high school, I'm like, damn. I mean, I get it, but why though? Like, do you think it's cool, or like you feel like you got to protect yourself? And then to actually pull it out, it's crazy. To actually pull it out and use it is nuts. Like, that's really crazy. It's no way that this calls for that. Like, you're nuts. That's crazy. You could have just punched a dude in the stomach and folded him like a pretzel. Well, I don't know if you like that or whatever, but I'm just saying, bro. That was completely overwhelmed. And then it ended up being a fatal stabbing at that. Tough. So I don't know. Like I said, it's self-defense. You just got to be very careful with it, man, because it's not as easy as people think. Like, self-defense is not what people think down here in the South. Like, you still have to be within reasonable self-defense. Like, you just can't go off and do that. So, I mean, you could say, like, it was too much. I mean, to stab somebody, even if you don't kill this dude with stabbing him, to stab somebody with a pocket knife, you see the, do you know how a knife works? Those edges on a knife, if you stab somebody with that shit and you pull it out, those ridges are pulling out everything with it, bro. Like, that's pretty intimate. That's pretty violent. That's pretty, like, you overdid it for sure. I mean, you for sure overdid it. And you messed around and killed the dude. That's looking bad. You know what I'm saying? That's looking really bad, because it's like you didn't have to do that. Like, damn, I mean, you could have just walked away. Your options were to walk away, get into a fight and get beat up, most likely. But shit, fight and fight hard. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, or you could have walked away, got into the fight, or I mean, those are your two options. The knife wouldn't have been an option if you didn't have it. That's the point I'm talking about with the self-defense shit, bro. If you're gonna carry something to defend yourself, you have to know. You just gotta know, like, when. Okay, now it's time for me to pull this out, because now I feel like you can't be like, oh, I'm finna get beat up, let me pull out a knife and stab you. I'm finna get beat up, let me one-on-one. I'm finna get beat up, let me pull out a gun and shoot you. That ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go. Like, that ain't enough. That's not enough threat for you to do that. And like I said, in this case, even if he stabs him, that would have been bad. That would have been assault, aggravated assault, even if he didn't kill him. But the fact that he killed him, and I mean, the DA, they going to look crazy with the charges, but because he died, I mean, the charges should have been assault, aggravated assault, manslaughter. Those should have been, that's where the DA dropped the ball at. And again, I'm not taking sides. I just think it's interesting how lawyers go. Like I said, I had to take a law class for a prerequisite for business school. But yeah, man, so I just understand the DA dropped the ball. The DA sucks. I think DA suck. But like, but if you go to law school and you choose to be a defense attorney and them folks can pay for your time, America has showed over and over again. You will win. You will win, man. You gotta have the money. But anyway, hey, that's my take on that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you really think, man.